Hey, already, first podcast of One Stop, and it's not just One Stop. It's actually the Fishing Coalition.
The Fishing Coalition.
Do you like the name? This is the first time I actually told you about the name.
You have grown immensely. Okay, you're right. The Fishing Coalition.
I love it.
One Stop.
It's not my version of it. They gave me the name. One of the higher ups. I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not, but it's just the Fishing Coalition. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Today, I want to touch about. There's a lot to relate about more than fishing in Atlantic City.
Oh yeah.
Between the new jetty system that we have here and the new seawall we have here.
And the new seawall.
The new streets is going on in the city.
And the streets
to get you to the most famous spot of the jetty. It used to be just the T jetty.
Right.
But now it's the vast of 13 jetties that we have here.
The fish everywhere.
And I would love to relay somehow, some way, how good is fishing in AC? Fishing, it's more of a passion, a skill. I don't know if you need skills or not, because the fish don't know if you know the skills or not. But so-called the gurus are out here, and usually they come at night and this and that. But I want to touch around how good it is, the fishery that we have here with the striped bass that was coming down from down south, from up north. I'm sorry, to all the way now to all the tog that we're actually catching. The amount of flounders we actually caught in the city, it closed just not even a month ago. Weeks ago, and just relate on that.
Well, it was a very good summer. It was a very good year because there was a good variety of fish, and with the exception of the bluefish, we've had just about everything here. Triggerfish, the sheep's head.
Yeah,
sheep's head made a pretty strong appearance.
And the croakers, that kept the ocean alive.
Yeah, the croakers kept
for a long time.
But the weak fish were better than they've been in a lot of years.
Ooh, you just touched
a lot of years.
You just touched the subject that I love. You know what I'm saying? That's the elusive fish to me and a lot of other people too.
Weak fish, that weak fish.
But they are making a comeback. It hasn't stopped. I think it was just. I think they went somewhere else because of the temperatures of the water, and
well, your water temperature is it's about 63. Mm-hmm. That's like it's when the big fish start to move.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's not going to warm up. Not around here.
Yeah.
To 60, all it's going to do is get colder. So they start. They're running out.
But the whole thing is this. Let's try to relate on the fishery, what used to be at Captain Starnes, just on a hairline version of it, and what it is now, and the amount of fish that they're actually catching off the wall. They're even catching tog off a lure.
I know.
I saw that. And not even that, Artie. At night.
Soft plastic.
On a soft plastic.
Catch the tog and
Mega's
I saw that.
He had that. You can look the videos and pictures, and everything I'm actually telling you is actually on Facebook on the One Stop Bait AC or One Stop Bait and Tackle on Facebook. But I honestly think, man, it's just I'm so happy that I started a business that became my life, my livelihood for my family, and having people like yourself that.
Yeah, because I watched you grow. Shoot, I knew Jeremy and I can never remember
Marangeli. I can barely remember too. That's a long name, but
yes,
I can't say that to the kiddies. But
no,
and I'm happy to, from the wife and everybody else that came in and experienced what Atlantic City has to offer, and just catching that peace of mind and having a passion for something that we love, and to relate to other people on something that we like. It's super awesome to see that every day that when you just hold the rod in your hand and you catch that peace of mind, it's super awesome. So I honestly think if we can relate that to people on this camera, what we have to offer just in AC, not just because I have a business here in AC, that it's not just casinos. It's 13 jetty systems. There's plenty of beach. There's plenty of boardwalk. You can be handicapped or in a wheelchair. I have a spot for you. If you're anything like that, there's a seawall. There's the beach. There's jetties. If you're a guru, like yourself, you know?
Yeah, right. I'm a guru, all right. I love it down in the sand, brother.
Oh, Artie is a sand person,
Yes.
you know, every once in a while. And you actually left here, went up there with your daughter.
Yes.
To go
Took
see
a walk to go see what was going on.
To see what's going on and tell people what you saw.
Pacific Avenue, there's a guy sitting out there in a pontoon.
That's Josh, by the way.
About 15, no, maybe not 10 yards off the end of the jetty. He's just having himself a ball.
Wow.
Now, he's throwing back a lot of fish.
Yeah.
But he's just having himself a ball.
He usually has a group of people. We actually went on there, and we have the
There's
time
about
of our
4 of
life.
them on the boat.
Yeah.
About 4 of them on the boat.
He charters, and he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He catches fish. With the one-stop lucky green crabs, you see, catching them all. And you thought you was just buying crabs. No. Hey, we put a little special something with a lot of faith and a lot of heart. When you actually buy some bait here, it's not a regular bait. I'm sorry to tell you. And usually it's fresh. So and we try to give you the best product that we can actually give you. And Artie.
But getting back to the comparison between, I don't know, 50 years ago even.
Yeah.
And now, because I can go back 60 years really fishing. But.
No, don't go back too far. I want.
But the water.
Let's talk about when I was born. I guess you know.
Okay. Well, the difference was, first of all, with the topography. The beaches were wider in the front, and the channel was deeper. So there was a lot of fishing around the jetties. As the jetties were going up, the fish just migrated to the jetties. It didn't take very long. I think the first jetty my brother fished the T jetty, and he used to take me up there sitting in the bike basket. You know, so yeah, that's how long ago that was.
Artie, you went past the 50 years.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
You know,
It was bound to happen. Well, I couldn't.
I love it.
The train was in reverse and it was going down the hill, and there it was. Okay.
That's awesome.
But the water was deeper, and until the channel started to get full of sand, because they stopped dredging some years ago, we had more fish, I think, because we had a lot more bait fish hanging around. Butterfish, spot, smaller spot, even porgies. So it attracted, because weed fish in a spot, man, that's a gourmet meal for a weed fish.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And this year we had plenty of spots.
Plenty of spots, some big spots
and
too.
croakers. And the spots actually kept the ocean, the people happy, pleased.
Yeah, it did.
It's a crowd pleaser. And right now, I forgot to tell you, I just got the lowdown, the hot spot, whatever you want to call it. AC's on fire. Bluefish, snapper blues. Usually they come in the summertime. They're actually here now.
Oh, okay.
And if you have the kiddies, this weekend's going to be super great. And this whole week in the 70s and 80s and all this other stuff.
Yes,
and before it really changes, my suggestion is bring your family out, because just with a snapper rig or a snapper popper or a little lure, take the kiddies out and catch some of these snapper blues. Because between a cocktail and a snapper, plus they're catching a lot of herring. If you like pickled herring,
yeah, that was
we can guarantee you them, and they're about like close to a foot to like 18 inches, big herring. So, Art, you know, and talking about the landscape that we have here with this new boardwalk, this new jetty system that we have over a mile worth of jetty in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We have one of the deepest spots in the coast. It's 70 feet off of Caspian Avenue.
Yep.
And this is where the hot spot's been. If you follow me on Facebook, it's actually Caspian Avenue Point. There's the new seawall connected to the old seawall next to the beach bathhouse, right?
The bathhouse, yep.
And a lifeguard station by the last beach of Atlantic City. This is the gem of New Jersey and of the fishing mecca of.
Did you see the extended concrete deck?
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
That's super great too, because that's a fishing spot plus the bikers and walkers. So they actually extended it to 20 feet now, and it's a nice spot to catch that peace of mind. And I honestly think that we have something going on for everyone, and it's free parking. I can't express this hard enough. It's free parking. Come down. If you don't know where to go, I'll pull Google Earth up on it and show you where to go. Why hide the information? My whole thing is having families come down and experience what Atlantic City has to offer all the time. If I can relate a video to you guys, I want feedback and contact me, or personally, or sometimes I can't get to you on the internet because it's super busy, because I have one-man gang trying to do everything else. But we're trying to relate these things that we're trying to do, putting a tournament together, even that for casting for toys, and that's for around Christmas, and little things like that to make Atlantic City shine a little bit better, because the fishery that we do have here.
You're gonna have a dead weight distance cast.
Wow. We haven't had one of them in a while.
A long time.
Yes, and they used to do it right there on the beach of TJ. It was called Crystal Beach.
Crystal Beach.
Yeah, that's going back in time now. Again,
Crystal Beach.
Yeah, Crystal Beach.
Watch out.
And they had
maybe something that you had to read because you weren't there yet.
Well, you're possibly right. You're possibly right. You got that one good. But little things like that to make a difference. And if you have any questions or something like that, you feel free to call me at 609-348-9450. And I'm always here from 6 to 6 every day. And Artie, you want to elaborate on something else, Artie?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the different techniques that have caught fish. You know, it's not all about just one type of bait or one type of activity. There's a lot of lure fishing going on, especially in the dark when the fish are in close to the shoreline.
That's super true.
And that's what I enjoy most, is standing out there throwing plastic in the water, in the wind at 55 miles an hour, and the waves 3 feet high. That's a blast.
That's those nor'easters, you know. That's when they actually caught the world record straight bass.
That's when they catch the big fish, yes.
And if you haven't seen that fish, too, I don't want to break your grain of thought. We have it at the shop. It's 78.8 Al McReynolds. And hoorah to him that he caught the fish on Vermont Avenue Jetty. So that's pretty cool. So getting back to your technique in...
yeah, you know, like, you don't have to fish like on a jetty. You can fish from the beach. You can fish from the rocks. You can fish from the boardwalk, and you don't have to fish with the same. It's not all about 40-pound tests and 6-ounce weights anymore.
No, that's changed.
Yeah, you know
that game has changed.
Yeah, because I like to fish very light, 15-pound test, 1.5 ounce jig. And let the fish have himself an opportunity to think he's going to get away.
And the whole thing, when you use these type of things, super, I can't express this hard enough, slow, but go actually slower than that.
Yes.
So you got to imagine something. If you have 2 teenagers trying to cross the street in front of the shop right now, and a guru from back in the day, and a half a guru from now, crossing the street, who do you think is going to get there first? The 2 teenagers. That's exactly what's happening with these big fish.
That's right.
These big fish are super slow, but the smaller ones, they attack them, bam, bam, and they're on like white on rice. But just come down and experience what Atlantic City has to offer. The jetty systems are super great. I just can't express it hard enough. Have fun. Bring your family out, because this is a family-oriented place. You got the water park. You got a lot of things to do. Walk the beach, or just come down and just get a sunrise. Watching some fishermen catching some fish off the jetty system or off the boardwalk. It's super great to see.
There's also some side attractions that, especially at low tide, with a sunrise, there's liable to be whole pods of dolphins.
Ooh.
Where you can see them actually feeding and playing around right there on the beach. You just have to keep your eye on the water while you're walking. Then there's the occasional pilot whale when they get in a little close.
When they were building the new jetty system of Atlantic City, a year and a half to 2 years ago, and there was a pilot whale right in the channel, right on Atlantic Avenue in front of the flagship.
Right there.
The bunker situation was crazy. But this time around, this dolphin situation that we got going, adult dolphin chasing the herring and the bunker off the jetties of Atlantic City. It's super great to see. Even if you sit there and there's new benches that we have up there on the bulwark, come experience some of that. Come experience it. Forget the fishing part. Now, just come catch that peace of mind. And it's triple banging in AC. Super great to hopefully I'll see you guys. Give me some input of what you want to see on these podcasts, and any ideas that you actually want to see here, or whatever the case may be, because I'm here for you guys. And I greatly appreciate it, Artie, for you coming down, taking a couple minutes of your time, and
Piece of cake, brother.
And that, by the way, the shirt, you got the throwback.
Wait a minute, does that?
I'll show me skip.
No, we are right. We are. What does that do to us?
That's really nice shirt.
Damn.
That's awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, and thanks to you guys. And I love it, because without you guys, I couldn't do it. Honestly, because coming down here all the way up, you just don't want to catch a piece of mind. You want to catch that fish. You're helping me out, and hoorah to you, brother. Thanks, George. You're the man. Mega in the house, baby.
All right, everybody, have a good time. Bring a folding chair with you when you come. You might not have to leave the tackle shop.
I love it, Artie.